What's going on? We back. Goodfellas Sports TV. We in the building. I appreciate everybody for checking us out. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, I'm doing the wild card breakdown. Just one big whole video. We'll break down the 4 games we got this weekend. And in the AFC, you got the Colts visiting the Houston Texans, the Chargers visiting the Baltimore Ravens, Seahawks, they visiting the Cowboys, and also you got Eagles in the Chicago Bears. I think it's a wonderful wild card weekend. This might be one of the most memorable wild card weekends we had in a while, to be honest. As far as just the matchups, I think each matchup can go either way easily. My best matchup out of them, the one I'm looking forward to the most, it's probably actually the Seahawks and the Cowboys. If I had to give you one I'm looking forward to the least, I would probably go, it's hard, I'd probably go with Houston and the Colts, okay? I think neither one of those teams have any ability to win. I don't think they can win the Super Bowl, okay? You got the Chiefs and the Patriots with a bye in the AFC, and the Saints and the Rams with a bye in the NFC. I think this is, wide open. I think it is wide open this year, in my opinion. But let's start off with the Colts and the Houston game. Excuse me. The Colts beat them last time. The first time they lost to Houston by doing something dumb and not just settling for the tie, kicking the field goal they went for it and didn't get it. So obviously that game, that was crucial. But Houston is lacking offensive weapons. I mean, Will Fuller's out. Demarius Thomas tore his Achilles or something like that. They really haven't been able to run the ball with any success consistently. Lamar Jackson, I mean, he's more of a scat back. Alfred Blue is just there. They brought back Foreman, but I don't know what type of shape he is. I think he tore his knee up last year. And I believe Indianapolis is one of the hottest teams right now. Even with the hiccup to the Giants, I think they're a hot team. I think Andrew Luck, he may be the best quarterback or the second best quarterback or third best quarterback. He's top 3 quarterback playing this weekend. Obviously you got Phillip Rivers, Russell, and you got Andrew Luck. All right, I like Watson, but like I say, he lacks the weapons. And with all the stars on Houston defense, they ain't playing great defense. They got some older corners. The Honey Badger, he ain't playing like he should be playing over there. But if this was like Indianapolis from like last year as far as the offensive line and the philosophy, I probably would favor Houston. But I believe that Indianapolis is blocking better up front. They running the ball good with the Melvin character, and with Naheem Hines, he brings a scat back ability. The defense is stopping the run. Old buddy from the HBCU, South Carolina State. He excellent at the middle linebacker position. Had 7 or 9 sacks this year. Overall, Indianapolis is playing great defense. They stopping the run, they defending the pass, and they playing good enough offense. So with Eric Ebron back this week. Well, last week, they showed they have some ability to go downfield. T.Y. Hilton, I mean, I like Indianapolis comfortably, very, very comfortably in this game, man. I like them by 27 to 17, okay, on the road, upset road win, I would guess. I don't think Houston got enough. They got to find them a running back next year. They got to find them more reliable receivers. I talked about possibly getting Antonio Brown if the Steelers are actually going to trade him. Because Will Fuller and Demarius Thomas ain't going to cut it. DeAndre Hopkins is going to be a problem, but they could just double him and make the rest of the receivers beat him. That's what I would do. Okay, and I want to, say DeAndre Hopkins had 115 receptions with 0 drops this year. Okay, and somebody else enlightening me that Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles than drops in his career. So, Larry Fitzgerald, he in my top 5 receivers of all time. I got him over Randy Moss. I don't care what nobody say, okay? We'll go to the NFC, the less intriguing matchup, in my opinion. I'm just saying it ain't bad, but it's the Eagles, visiting Chicago Bears, the Bears. And, basically Nick Foles going to Chicago versus their defense. And the Eagles defense playing better. I think they moved in top 10 in stopping the run. but they still don't have no cornerbacks. And Trubisky, is a problem. When he extend plays with his legs. And if Miller, I know he hurt his shoulder. I think hopefully Robinson can play this week. But if they don't, they got Taylor Gabriel, Trey Burton, and they got some other dudes. Was it Bellamy? They got enough weapons to beat the Eagles. The Eagles ain't got no corners, man. Okay, you got Tyreek Cohen who come out the backfield. You got Jordan Howard that can get the tough yards. Trubisky feet is gonna be a problem. He gonna be able to extend plays. It's gonna be all about for the Eagles. Can they make plays on that Chicago Bear defense? You're gonna have Darren Sproles on wheel routes and on option routes coming out the backfield. Alshon Jeffries going back to Chicago. He gonna be matched up versus Kyle Fuller. It's gonna be back when they in practice or whatever. That's the matchup to watch out for. Sproles, Jeffries, and I think them tight ends. Zach Ertz gonna have to get open, do some things. You got Trey Burton playing his old team in Philadelphia as well, who signed with Chicago, but it's gonna be about Nick Foles. He got hurt ribs. I can see Nick Foles getting knocked out this game. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be about the front seven of Philadelphia against the running game and the receiving of Tyreek Cohen and whatever weapon Chicago got. But they gonna have to stop Chicago run game. But the thing about it is Trubisky's gonna be extending plays with his feet. I think the Chicago Bears defense is gonna be tough. You know what I'm saying? They can't run the ball already, Philly. Okay, so they gonna throw it. So that's gonna mean Khalil Mack, Leonard Floyd, Roquan Smith. You gonna have dudes coming downhill. Don't be surprised if Danny Trevathan, if he playing it, if he ain't coming down the middle and blitzing in the A gap or the B gap from the Mike position. So it's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be very, very interesting, man. I can see Nick Foles get knocked out this game. I don't see that magic from Nick Foles this year because this got the ability 2 or 3 years from now to be a transcendent defense. To ride with the 85 Bears if they continue to build on it. But honestly, I see that Nick Foles magic going to sleep. And I know Homeboy going to be happy if he go to sleep too. With Carson Wentz. I see Nick Foles get knocked out this game. I see Trubisky having a huge day, extending the play. And I see Trubisky getting the playoff win before Matthew Stafford. Yeah, I'm a Lions fan. I see Trubisky extending the plays with his legs. I see Taylor Gabriel getting a deep pass. I see Trey Burton having a big day. Now, if Robinson and that's that Detroit boy, Allen Robinson, salute. Robinson and Anthony Miller able to be healthy, I would sit Anthony Miller, let him rest his shoulder, depending on how bad it is. It's just my personal opinion. But they able to play, they gonna blow Philly out the water, I believe. I think the defense gonna get a touchdown. They gonna get about 3 turnovers on Nick Foles. I think Trubisky gonna be able to front run. I think you're gonna look at a score of 31 to 17. 31 to 17. I like the Chicago Bears over the Philadelphia Eagles. You know what I'm saying? Going back to the AFC, the last game in the AFC we didn't talk about. It's a tough game. It's LA Chargers. I'm glad I didn't say San Diego. The LA Chargers taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Tough game. The thing about this one is the Ravens actually got a chance to play against Lamar Jackson. They know what he about. I think they're going to have a better opportunity of containing him, keeping him in the pocket, making him beat him with his arm. They know they got to stop the run. But LA has always had problems stopping the run the last couple of years. They're a pass rush defense that got a good back end and front end when it comes to passing. They front end, Melvin Ingram and Joey Bosa, they get after it. You know what I'm saying? They back in Casey Hayward, Darwin James. They get after it. So it may come down to them pressuring Lamar Jackson. A lot more blitzes. I think they need to blitz about 60-70% of the time, and blitzing and making Lamar Jackson beat him with his arm and putting 7-8 in the box. If he go down deep and beat you, you chalk it up. That's how I look at it, man. I'm putting the hat on the hat. I'm putting 8, 9 in the box. I'm stopping the run. I'm making them beat me. That's what you got to do. Contain him, keep him in the pocket by blitzing him. He can't get out. He can't get out of the way. He gonna have to beat you with his arm and blitz. And that's what it should be for Baltimore. They going against the Chargers, so they also got an idea how to beat the Chargers. I think Melvin Ingram might be a little bit more healthier. I know he hurt himself last week, but if Melvin Ingram is a no-go, I think Baltimore runs away with it. I like Eckler and Justin Jackson, but Ingram, man, is going, Ingram's going to have to play. But the defense could stop Lamar Jackson, and they still could win without Ingram or a healthy Ingram. But I think for San Diego, it's going to be a lot of the backs off the backfield. You're going to get Eckler, Jackson, Ingram out of the backfield, option routes, wheel routes, Texas routes. You want those, linebackers on them running backs out the backfield. I think the short passing game is going to have to be their running game. I think they're going to have to continue to pound the ball, be honest run-wise, and really, really continue to run the ball to keep Baltimore honest. You can't just come in and say they got the best run defense or one of the best run defense and give up on the run, but they're going to have to continue to run the ball. But Baltimore couldn't be gashed in the passing game. You know what I'm saying? Phillip Rivers went to cold Kansas City and threw it around. I look for Mike Williams. I look for Keenan Allen to have huge days. I look for them to have big, big days. And don't sleep on the Williams character going deep. You know what? I'm going to pick the Los Angeles Chargers and go ahead and clean up the Baltimore Ravens. I'm going to pick them. I'm going to say it's going to be 21-20. I'm going to say San Diego, this time they kicker make the late field goal. They win by 1 point over Baltimore. I think that game is going to be razor close. I think Lamar Jackson going to make some plays. I know John Harbaugh is coming back to the Baltimore Ravens. So that's just my personal opinion there. I'm going to say they make enough plays to win. And I say San Diego go on and win. All right, you got the last game. I think it's the best game. Seattle going to Dallas. Seattle hasn't beat a winning team on the road all year. Dallas defense has been declining. A lot of people are hanging Dallas win on the Saints game. But you got to remember, you got a 40-year-old quarterback about that. Drew Brees playing on Thursday on a short rest. And Thursday night games haven't been kind of road teams. Dallas is good against the run. But the thing about Dallas is that they're a smaller, quicker defense. And the downhill running ability of Chris Carson, Mike Davis, and Rashad Penny explosive ability might get Dallas some problems if Seattle, work on it. But, if they really abuse the run, especially with the whams, the traps, power O's, and the inside, zone runnings, plays from the shotgun. Wilson got a ton of experience. They got a really good young defense. Still got Bobby Wagner out there. Frank Williams, I think his name is, from University of Michigan. I forget his last name if I butchered it. I like Seattle in this game. I like Dallas' chances too. Zeke, he run tough. Mark Cooper, experienced receiver versus some young cornerbacks. The tight end that killed the Giants last week. But I just don't trust Dak Prescott. So I look for Cooper, Zeke, Elliott to really carry the Dallas Cowboys in this game. I look for Seattle to be hungry. But they haven't won on the road all game. But the thing about this one, they lost to San Francisco on the road. But think about this one, they ain't gotta go out east really. It's going down southwest. Pete Carroll just got an extension. Dallas defense has been declining over the weeks. I see what New York did last week. And honestly, I seen what Philadelphia did. They threw it around a little bit with Carson Wentz. But like I said, man, Seattle been putrid on the road, but they had really good road, damn near losses. They had a road loss to the Rams where they should have won. So at the end of the day, they always have problems on the road, Seattle. You know what I'm saying? They won't get a home game this year, I don't believe. They won't get a home game regardless. But that's a tough one for me. It's a tough one. I'm going to go with Dallas in that one. I'm going to go Dallas 31-27 over Seattle. I really put stock into Seattle. Seattle not winning shit, on the road for the most part this year against a winning team. So we got Dallas advancing, we got Indianapolis advancing, we got Chicago advancing, we got San Diego advancing. So I believe Indianapolis would play New England, and I think I would like their chances to beat New England, to be honest. If my seeding is right, okay, I like them to beat New England, okay. You'll have Phillip Rivers and them going back to Kansas City. it's a good chance that they can beat Kansas City. If it balled out that way, then you would have Dallas. You had Dallas taking on the Saints, the Saints if they win. Depending on the seeding. I would like New Orleans getting some revenge on Dallas in that one. But I can see Dallas winning that game. Let's just say how close it is. Chicago going to the Rams. The Rams the LA fans don't scare nobody, man. I see Chicago going out there dog walking the Rams, man. So how I would see it if this played out, and I'm gonna give you my Super Bowl prediction. How I'm just predicting it all the way how I see it. It's gonna change week to week. I would say in the NFC, I would have Chicago taking on New Orleans in the NFC Championship game, and then I think I would say Indianapolis would be taking on. Now if Baltimore play it's tough for Kansas City, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have that run game, man. I love Patrick Mahomes, boy. I don't trust Andy Reid. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Chargers and the Colts in the AFC Championship game, and I'm gonna say obviously Chicago and New Orleans. To be honest, it's tough in that dome. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't been that impressed with New Orleans. But I'm gonna go ahead and stick with New Orleans, just eking out Chicago because of Trubisky. 1 more year, 2 more years, I think Trubisky would be good enough. And I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Chargers and the Saints in the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the Chargers and the Saints in the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna pick the Chargers to beat the Saints in the Super Bowl. I'm gonna say Phillip Rivers gets his ring this year. Man, I'm a huge Phillip Rivers fan. That's just my personal opinion since he's at NC State. But that's just the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? It could change. Obviously, Houston can beat Indianapolis. Baltimore can beat San Diego. Seattle can beat Dallas. Eagles can beat Chicago. But right now, just looking at this, I got the Chargers and the Saints in the Super Bowl, man. But I really want to say Chicago will beat the Saints. I really would. I really want to say Chicago could beat the Saints. But I really want to say that. You know what I'm saying? But the matchups that I love to see the 2 seeds, the 1 and 2 seeds. I think I can bet on that. The 1 and 2 seeds, man. I think in the AFC, I think they fall in the next round. I think Andrew Luck is gonna go to New England. Or I just don't think Deshaun Watson in the Texans. This is some OT talk right here. I don't think they got enough offensive weapons, man. I think I might put some money on Indianapolis going to New England. I might put some big money on that one. I could see Andrew Luck going to throw a block party, like Sada baby. He's going to throw a block party on New England. And Patrick Mahomes, boy, he can go on home and beat the Chargers. But I don't know, man. I just don't like the fact that they ain't got Kareem Hunt. I don't like that. I don't like the fact they don't got Kareem Hunt. I don't like it at all. So that's a problem for me. Okay, huge problem. They ain't got Kareem Hunt. So I can see the number 1, 2. I can see number 1, 2 seeds in the NFC getting knocked off. I like Seattle to beat the Rams if they was to meet up. I like Chicago to beat both of them. I don't like Philly chances that beat neither one. I don't like Philly chances that beating the Saints though. That's a bad matchup. I think Dallas can beat the Saints again. So it's gonna be interesting. But remember our picks, for this week, this coming Sunday, Saturday and Sunday. I got the Colts over Houston. I got the Chargers barely eking out a win by 1 point over the Ravens, late field goal. I got Dallas beating Seattle. By 4, I think I said. I got Chicago beating the Eagles comfortably. I think I said by at least 10 points. So that's my personal opinion right there. Let me know what you feel. Let me know what y'all think about it. Who y'all got in the Super Bowl. Who y'all got in the first round. We gonna follow the playoffs real well this season, man. All my football fans, appreciate it, man. Goodfellas Sports TV. We on Facebook. We on Twitter. Also, don't forget, you can reach out to me in the email. Got a Facebook group. Or you can DM me on social media if you got questions, business inquiries, sponsorships, or whatever the situation may be. Hit the donation button if you want to donate to the channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell icon button. Won't miss another video. Keep looking out for us. And, don't forget, man, all the NFL games. I might go live for one of them this weekend. Definitely on my other channel, I do Detroit sports. They asked me to go live. Motor City Sports Talk.